Hello everyone, my name is Bree and welcome to Documented Journey. Today I'm going to be doing a review on this book right here. It is called Manifesting Magic this year, and it is a field guide to finding and embodying your word of the year. This is written by a good friend of mine. Her name is Heather Mattern. She is a YouTuber, and I will have all her information linked for you in the description box. So I picked up this book mainly because I haven't chosen a word for 2 years. I have been using the same word for the last couple years. I'm sure most of you could say this, but 2020 and 2021 have been probably the hardest years of my life. And so I've kind of fallen out of choosing that word. And so I picked up this book not only to support Heather, but also because I wanted to have some sort of a process to be able to find my word for the year. So I choose to use a word of the year instead of a New Year's resolution, because when I set New Year's resolutions, I tend to wish my life away to get to the end goal. And obviously that's not the point. You want to be able to cherish your memories, and I'm just not good at that when I'm trying to reach a certain point in my life. The book was pretty much formatted so that way you do a whole reflection on the word you chose last year. And then it kind of talks about, okay, do you think that your word fit? If it did, how? If it didn't, why not? Would you have chosen maybe something different? Then it went to looking and reflecting at your year as a whole. I felt that the year portion, just revisiting the last year, I actually did the last 2 years. I felt that portion for me was excellent. It had good prompts, and it was just a good guide to keep me reflecting and keep me in the moment. It's something that I haven't been doing very well lately, and I think that the field guide really helped me in that aspect. The whole process of diving deep into your year, it took me a very long time. I think I got this book right when it came out, and I just now finished it. So it took me at least a month to get through. Again, this book is relatively small, but it's jam-packed with excellent prompts, and I really wanted to get the most out of it. I felt like I needed to really reflect on the last couple years. And so even though it took me a really long time, I made it through, and the prompts really helped me on that. And I felt like it really did encompass the whole year and focused on things that I need to focus on, and patted myself on the back when I needed to pat myself on the back. She just did a really good job at pinpointing certain things to make you think about, or pinpoint certain things that you should kind of like, I don't know, make bold in your life because they were important or because you did a good job at something. Yeah, I just can't rave enough about the yearly section and just reflecting on your year. So after the yearly portion and just reflecting on your year, I shouldn't say just because it gets heavy sometimes, but reflecting on your year at a whole. Then it moves on to the second section. I'm going to say it in sections because I feel like that's kind of how it's laid out. But then you go to the second section of actually finding your word. And not only does she add prompts in this section, but she also added activities or exercises, which were really fun, creative, and I just felt like she made the whole process really well-rounded. This portion didn't take me as long to work through. The very first page is pretty much trying to get you to jot down words and things like that with different prompts and activities. And then once the page came to, okay, what is your word of the year? I was stuck there for quite a while, probably not as much as when I was doing my reflection for the year, but I was stuck there for quite a while. It did help to chat with a few people that I had been chatting with about finding my word and just kind of explaining to them where I was at and getting some feedback from them. That was really helpful because it seems for me that I have all this in my head, and I know that this is a thing because when I write something down, I tend to remember it more, or if just like if you have a planner, you write down an appointment, you remember it easier. Well, when I was writing all this stuff down, it just wasn't clicking. But for some reason, when I said it out loud to someone, then it made sense. So it was really fun to finally find my word of the year. And then I got super inspired. I got super inspired not only to dive deeper into my word, but I also got really inspired to do other things, kind of branching off and studying other concepts and ideas branching off of that word. So at this point, I have filled up many pages in my journal reflecting my year, trying to find my word for 2022, getting super inspired after I found my word, diving deep into definitions, other activities that I would like to figure out, or concepts. I just got super inspired and I felt this spark inside me. And I was kind of clueless as to what was going on. At this time, it was in October, and I'm knee deep in Inktober, and so I'm trying to focus on Inktober, but this book just kept pulling me back. I just kept wanting to fill the pages of my journal, writing about the prompts, doing the activities. I just keep going back to this thing, and I end up neglecting Inktober. I had, like I said, this spark inside me that just reignited the love of journaling I had when I first started this channel. If you are someone that likes to journal, you love to journal out your thoughts, you want to have a reflective practice of some kind, maybe you want to find closure in a situation, this field guide is not only for reflecting on your year. I feel like the prompts can be used for many things and it can be situational. So if you are trying to work through something and you're just struggling, I think this book is good for that as well. But maybe you just really like to find your word of the year and you just kind of been like me and just picked a word every year, and you would like a process on how to do that, and maybe a structured, and it's not even that structured, but a somewhat of a structure, a creative structured field guide. This book is totally for you. I did not, she leaves you some blank pages to write in, which have lines on them. I did not write in it because I want to use this year in, year out. I think it's amazing. I think Heather did an amazing job. Again, I will have Heather's YouTube channel linked in the description box below. I will also include a Amazon link for her book. And then also, I'm pretty sure that Heather did a video, a art journal video of all the kind of like a generic prompt list that you could do for your word, and she collaged and everything in this separate journal, and she did a flip through of it. I'll include that because that was really inspirational for me. I plan on doing that, not the generic type, but I plan on doing that for my word of the year. And maybe I will have some process videos here for you, maybe adding some collage. I mean, it could get crazy, you never know. But yeah, I finally found my word of the year. I'll share all that information in another video, kind of like doing my 2022 setup video. But if you've ever been interested in finding your word, please check out Heather. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, I'll see ya.